All right. We're back. Episode 6, Being Human, Part 2 of the Inner View. And we're just going to jump right into it.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Here we go.
No need to waste time.
No.
But let's just keep wasting time. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Okay. Part 2, the Inner View. Question number 6. E. Who have you hurt, disappointed, or abandoned and have never fully faced?
Ooh. I didn't realize. Okay.
The second part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of tripped me out there, of like, well, I feel like I've faced a lot of those things.
Mhm.
But I mean, I could speak to some current things that I haven't faced. I'd almost like frame that question. Well, no, I think that's a good question for majority of people, to be honest. And I can just go into it as though I also like share a little bit about who I've hurt, disappointed, or abandoned, and kind of speak a little bit into that, and then also talk about maybe some things that I've never really faced or people I've never really faced. Or should I just go into it?
Just whatever.
Yeah. Well, first of all, like I've hurt a lot of people, like in my life, like just being honest, I think we all do, and we all have, and I've definitely hurt, I've definitely disappointed, I've definitely abandoned a lot of people in my life. And if anyone who is watching this that I have hurt, that I have disappointed, or that I have abandoned, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm learning. And I'm learning how to do this thing called being human. And I also understand that I'm not going to escape this journey without hurting people. I feel like that's in some ways inevitable. Like suffering is going to be created no matter how I navigate this, no matter what I do. And I think that's mirrored to me in my relationship with my son. And I feel like that's a person, honestly, like who I've hurt, who I've disappointed, and who I have abandoned at times. It's like my son. And that's hard, man. That's hard to say, of like I haven't shown up for him in the best always. I've hurt him in many ways. Like I've shamed him. The moments that maybe I raise my voice at him, or maybe when he does something wrong and I'm quick and I just react to something. I've abandoned him in a lot of ways too, made him feel like he's probably unworthy, that I don't love him, that I don't care for him, and just how I've held him, how I've looked at him, how I've treated him, how I've talked to him. I mean, there's one really big awareness that I've had recently of just like how actually out of tune I've been with him. Like how I haven't actually been there. It's like when we eat dinner, because I'm like, just there's so much that I gotta do is just when I feel like I have him, like I'm just the sole responsible for him during that time. It's like I gotta cook, I gotta clean, I gotta do all these things, I gotta take care of him, I gotta get school done, I gotta build the business, I gotta do there's just so much going on, and my mind can sometimes feel so full that like I haven't actually been like, how are you, buddy? Like when I meet somebody new, and this is also one way that I've hurt, honestly, my son's mom. Like one thing that I've learned is, and it's similar to just what we talked about, like meeting somebody new in every single moment. It's like I give more attention to somebody that I just meet than I do my own son, with so much more energy and passion and love and excitement and zest than I do my own son. It's just like interesting. That was a big mark for me of like, why aren't I this excited about Lincoln? Like when I go and play with somebody else's kids, I'm like a hoot, man. I'm a blast, dude. And it's not that I'm not that way with Lincoln. At times I am that way. But for a lot of it feels like I'm just so stuck in like the responsibility and the mundane aspects of it that I forget that, oh, I've been in this for the last 7 years, that it's just like become normal in some ways. And I feel like I've hurt him through that. I hurt my son's mom in that way. That was one of her biggest kind of like comments, was like, Ethan, you treat everybody way better than you treat me. Why is that? Why is that you just get so curious about somebody else, but with me you don't? So I feel like I've hurt a lot of people through that aspect of things as well, is like not really caring for them, or just like overlooking, or just like, oh, I know who you are. Oh yeah, I know you. Okay. Oh, hey, I don't know you. Let me meet you. Let me learn about you. But then end up repeating that same pattern. I feel like I've hurt a lot of women in my life as well. Just chasing and seeking love and validation, but not being able to actually give that, not being able actually to show up in a way that supports them. It's just like I was looking for something. I was looking for sex. I was looking for a quick hit, a little bit of validation. Looking for something. I was seeking something to get something. And once I got it, I peaced out. So I feel like I've hurt a lot of women in that capacity. And there's some things that, like, the things that I haven't really faced yet. There's not much, man, to be honest, like, that I haven't faced. But there is a couple of, like, women that I, like, went on a date with, but then I shared that I wasn't interested in. But, like, there's, like, I knew before I went on the date that I wasn't gonna, like, make it past the next date, you know? So, like, why am I going on that date in the first place?
Mm.
And I feel like instead of sharing that I saw that, it's kind of like I made a lie of, like, oh, I'm just, like, super busy in my life, when it's like I wasn't really super busy in my life. I just actually didn't want to be on that date in the first place, but I was seeking love and attention or validation and connection through you. And I'm so sorry for doing that. And I feel like that's, like, just little ways that I've caused hurt that I haven't really faced yet, which I get to face. And there's 2 women specifically that I could send a message to and just be like, hey, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for how I showed up. It's not okay. I'm learning, and I appreciate you. And then lastly, it's like I've hurt and disappointed and abandoned myself so many times,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I've never really, I mean, I've faced that, but I still continue to, like, be with that. You know, I'm still learning how to, like, show up for myself and how to take care of myself and how to actually love myself in that way. And there's still ways that I do abandon myself. You know, every time I overeat, every time I avoid something, it's like, that's me abandoning myself, bro. That's me not, I'm disappointing myself. You know, every day I say, like, hey, I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. this morning, and I don't do that. It's like, in some ways I'm disappointing myself. So it's like, there's also me in there too, you know? And that's sad and that's unfortunate, but at the same time, it's like, that's what I get to be with, and that's what I get to face. Because, like, in facing those things, I feel like I become the man that I'm meant to become.
Mm.
So that's my answer to that question. Yeah. Donovan, who have you hurt, disappointed, or abandoned and have never fully faced?
Well, the first thing that comes is the people who I bullied in growing up, in school, in elementary school, in high school. There's definitely some of those that I haven't, like, owned up to. And just like like, I'm so sorry. Forgive me. There was some part of me who was longing to be seen, wanting to be loved, and I decided to pick on people and bully some people and just project that onto them. And that was completely unfair, and I didn't know any better. But, well, and thankfully I don't do that anymore. Because no doubt that shaped people's experiences in one way or another. And that hurts. It hurts me to know that I've hurt people at such a fragile part of their life, when those people too were just looking for love and acceptance. The obvious ones are, my family, those closest to me, my mom and my dad specifically. Yeah, I've been really, there's been moments where I've been really hard on them. And it's just so interesting to me how like we can be so hard on those that are actually closest to us. Like you mentioned Lincoln, you know. It's like, why? I don't know if I know the answer to that. And the biggest one of all, I'm kind of cruising through this question, and that's all good, is myself.
Yeah.
You know, out of all the people in the world, it's me who I've hurt and disappointed and abandoned the most. And in many different ways, have continued to do that, and in maybe more subtle ways, do continue to do that. Yeah, but I'm learning. And I think what I'm learning the most is that those three things, being hurt, disappointed, or abandoned, they don't feel good in the body. And so that's pointing me in the direction of not pushing away those feelings, but not giving them life. Because I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to treat myself with disrespect. You know, we're just here doing our best, and mistakes are going to happen. And it's nice to have a certain amount of awareness right now, at least, where well, I guess to know what I just expressed. Like if I don't want to continue to repeat, or if I don't want to continue to feel these feelings over and again, then I get to be honest with myself. I get to be truthful with myself so that I don't have to continue that on that repetitive cycle of suffering. And much like you, like I think hurt is inevitable. You know, we're constantly changing and evolving and growing, and there's things that, and people specifically, that, and old parts of ourselves that we're going to have to let go of or create a boundary with. And be it a dear friend, be it a partner, be it ourself, in this old way of operating, it's like there's just hurt in that. And the word abandonments or abandoned is interesting, because I think it's important to know that and to express this clearly to people in our lives when we are making those decisions to move on, that we're not abandoning, like I'm not abandoning myself.
Yeah.
It's like, and I'm not abandoning you, my friend.
Yeah.
It's just, I love you so much.
Yeah.
And it's time for me to go.
Yeah. Just like the tree, how it's time for like a leaf to fall.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I've hurt many, countless amounts of people in my life. And that, it disappoints me to know that. But thankfully today I am able to forgive myself and get on with it, because I can't continue to swim around in the pool of self-pity. I made a mistake. All right. Amend. And I also know too that in a bit of a strange way that if I continue to hurt myself or abandon myself, that those closest to me, in some way, in some way, like that might cause a little bit of disappointment or hurt in those people. Because if I'm not respecting myself, then I'm showing up in that way. And it's, yeah, that too is unfair. So I think we need to be just really careful with the words that we speak and the actions that we take. Because it's hard and we're all going through a lot. You know, we're all experienced so many just heart-wrenching things. And we just got to continue to do our best to be kind, to limit the amount of hurt, the amount of disappointment that this world experiences. Yeah, that's my answer.
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful, dude. Yeah, just like, it's like, I just want to say, like, it's okay that we've all caused hurt, you know? It's not like more so just general for everybody who's listening. Like, it's okay that we've hurt people, you know, like that's okay. The whole point of like the journey of like, I believe in like healing or like that whole aspect of things is learning how to do that less, learning how to actually love more, noticing and picking up the ways that we unconsciously create suffering for ourselves and others, and learning how to become conscious and change those things and those actions into loving ways, you know? I just wanted to share that because like that could be a hard question to face, man. Like, who have you, like, it can come with a lot of shame and a lot of guilt and a lot of like, oh, I'm such a terrible person for that. It's like, nah, everybody's hurt. Like, everybody's hurting everybody in some way, shapes, and forms. And if we don't face off with that, if we don't look at those things, if we don't turn around and stop and look, then it's like, well, we carry that. And if we carry that, we're going to continue to do that. So put it down, my dear, and keep putting it down until you forgot where you put it, because it's not yours, never was. That hurt, that pain came from somebody else, and we're all just passing the baton. So just let it go. Let it go. Yeah. Beautiful.
I want to actually say just touch on one more thing on that for me personally is just Mother Earth and all of creation, like the plants and the animals. Yeah, like I've ravaged the ultimate giver of life, that gives me life. I've completely and utterly disrespected. And I do everything that I can each and every day to pay that respect back. And even through that, it just kept giving me life. You know, just pure, unconditional love. That's okay, sweetheart. Here's some more food. Here's some more water. Some more sunshine. Breathe this air. Thank you. Yeah.
Mic drop.
Mm-hmm. All right. Number 7. What's one truth you've always known about yourself, but have spent years trying to avoid, disprove, or outrun?
Hmm. Hmm. It's kind of like, honestly, like this is going to sound whack, but it's like the one truth that I've always known is like, have I always known that? I think so. Like it's always been there to some degree of like how beautiful I am. And I spent years just trying to avoid that, like that truth. By like thinking that I'm not enough, by thinking that I'm not worthy, that I'm not lovable, that I'm not all like just the trance of unworthiness, and those aspect of things of just like I'm a piece of shit, you know? Or yeah, like in some ways, man, in the most wildest ways, I try to disprove that to myself, like before in the past, it was like I would date women who wouldn't have the emotional availability for me. Or I'd also date women who maybe couldn't meet me at the same level as I could, because it's like, that's how I saw myself. I saw myself as broken, or I saw myself as like not enough. I saw myself in those places. And it's just like I spent a lot of time trying to disprove that I am who I am. Like that I am. Like I am, like God in that way, like the two, like I, capital A, capital N, like just trying to disprove that and trying to outrun that, like trying to outrun also like just destiny, man, of like what my heart is calling through. I just spent a lot of time running from that. So I feel like that's the truth, man. Is like one truth I've always known about myself is that I am really beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And that I spend a lot of time just trying to avoid that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Number 7, Dono. What's one truth you've always known about yourself but have spent years trying to avoid, disprove, or outrun?
Shagster's coming to mind.
Mm. Mm.
And the answer is much the same as yours. The reason Shagster's coming to mind, I remember I had a conversation with him last summer. And it was one of the nicest things anyone has ever said to me in my life. And what he said to me was something along the lines of, if I could invest in anyone or anything, it would be you, Dono.
Mm.
And it's just like, oh, like, wow, thank you so much, and I don't know if I've always known that about myself, like just how capable, just how powerful I truly am, but I've known for quite some time.
Mm.
And I've been so afraid to claim that. And it's all based off of just old rhetoric, old stories in my mind. Things, past experiences that I've experienced that have kept me caught in the trance of unworthiness, caught in that world of shame, that none of it's true.
Yeah.
I am powerful beyond belief. I don't even actually know how powerful I am. I am learning that, and it's blowing my mind. And some of it is very difficult to explain, much less comprehend. And I'm happy and I'm proud of myself and definitely humble that I continue to walk in that way towards that light and embracing it more, embracing who I am, listening, and by listening I mean seeing too, and allowing myself to be mirrored like people, like Shagster, you know, like you, like Annie, like the people at the Sweat Lodge yesterday, you know, who've always just admired my greatness and who just continue to mirror to me the absolute truth that I am just this incredible beam of light, so full of love and joy and playfulness. Yeah, because I'm learning and can't outrun that.
Yeah.
You know, love always wins. So, yeah.
Cool. There's tears that kind of came to your eyes. I'm curious of what happened in that moment for you.
To have that reflected back to me, you know, spoken to me by someone who I love and care about so much. Like, what I guess happened is that triggered in me just how many years I haven't believed in myself, in my worth. And to have somebody share with me that I mean the world to them. It's just such a beautiful reminder. What a gift. Yeah.
Beautiful. Shout out to Shagster. Let's go. Yeah. Shout him out. Deadly dude.
Yeah, I love you, brother.
He's a weapon, as you would say. He's a
is.
weapon.
Yeah. He is a weapon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's beautiful.
All right. You took that off? Just you switched it?
I did, yeah. I just turned it off and then switched it to the other burner.
Perfect.
By the way, we're in the middle of making supper here.
Yeah. Rice, broccoli, and some sockeye.
Woo! Woo! Exciting.
Number 8, E.
Yeah.
When you are alone, in the quiet, who are you still trying to prove something to?
It's a gooder, man. I'm alone in the quiet. Who am I still trying to prove something to? Probably everyone who made fun of me. You know, my mom who told me that I would wow, that's a thought that just came up, man. So like my mom, for sure. But dude, there was a teacher, I had a substitute teacher, dude, in grade 7, Mrs. Bajusni's class. Shout out there because she was a baller. There's a teacher. It was a substitute teacher, and it was an old British man. And I got to actually talk to him about this later in life because I ran into him at a store. I don't know what store it was, but I was a hooligan back then, man. Just like playing pranks on him and stuff, like moving his chair, like just all sorts of stuff. And I remember he got so angry with me. He looked at me in the face. He's like, "You, Ethan, are never going to amount to anything." And I was like, oh, wow. I felt like a little bit embarrassed and a little bit ashamed. And I came on with like anger of like, I don't remember what I said, but I remember just like a reaction of like kind of like a fighting back in a lot of ways. But that stuck with me, man. And that came up when like you asked that question. I was just like, "Fuck, I haven't thought about that for a long time." Like I got to have a conversation with him later in life about that, and we got to kind of like share like what I'm doing and what I'm experiencing.
Beautiful.
Yeah, which is like cool, man. I love life, dude. Like that's life, man.
Yeah.
For it's just like this serendipity of like I trust it so much that it was a time that I was kind of like making amends with everybody. Like I was calling the people that I used to bully. I was calling the people that that I've hurt. And I was just like, hey, like apologizing and making amends. I was going through again like another program. Um, yeah, it was like that just happened naturally, dude. I think it was a Costco, man, that happened. But it was like it's just really cool. So um, I feel like yeah, that's still like there's still a little bit of me that's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna amount to something. Look how good I am, you know. Look how. And at the end of the day, man, I think it's like this just weird part of me, dude, that's just like never thinks that I'm actually it. And it's like I'm trying to prove it to myself, you know, that I am it. Like I'm trying to prove to myself, like, oh, I'm good enough, or oh, I'm this. And it's like I just got to do the next thing and then the next thing, but it's never ever seemed to be like good enough in a lot of ways, you know. And so I still feel like there's a little bit there that like I'm still trying to prove it to myself, you know. And it's like it's an okay thing. It's okay. It's cool to see. Yeah, it's cool to see. Yeah. So I'd say that'd be my answer to that, man. Who, when I'm alone, who you still trying to prove something to?
It's a good question. It's a bit odd, but
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like who's your invisible opponent? You know, like who's that like person? They're like for a lot of people, man. You know, I think there's a lot like for a lot of people, it's like we have been hurt and shamed, and like we're trying to prove something to those people that like we are good or that we are better than that or like whatever the capacity is. So I'm curious, Donna, when you're alone in the quiet, who are you still trying to prove something to?
yeah, that's a difficult question for me. Yeah, myself. It is just me. And what I mean by that is the part of me that still thinks that gets caught in this idea of separateness or dualistic thinking. When I'm really quiet, like when I'm really, really quiet, I ain't trying to prove anything to anyone because I don't have to. So that's the real answer.
Yeah.
No one.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to know.
Yeah.
But like I said, I do get caught.
Yeah.
Still.
I think we all do.
Trying to prove that I'm good enough for whoever my personal preference is for that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It could be you.
Yeah.
Right? It could be Johnny. It could be Annie. It could be whoever.
Yeah. Whoever's
be
in your
Bill
mind
Mears.
playing that role.
Naite. Yeah. It's just like, oh, sweet. I got to show up this way. You know, busy being somebody.
Yeah.
So that I gain approval from whoever is in my experience.
Yeah.
Thankfully, that's not the game I'm willing to play anymore. Yeah. 9. What are you most proud of in your life? About who you've become, what you've endured, or how far you've shown up. Or how you've shown up, sorry.
What I'm most proud of? Yeah, most.
What are you most proud of in your life? About who you've become, what you've endured, or how you've shown up?
Oh man, I'd say I'm just most like incredibly proud of just like who I like, just everything about the man that I am today.
Yeah.
You know, like how I follow my heart, how I tell the truth. If I'm gonna say like, what are you the most proud of? Like it's hard to say, man. It's just my being. Like my being, like who I am is what I'm the most proud of. And that comes down to so many different characteristics or traits that have just like naturally unfolded. But I would say like that all comes just from love, you know, like the love that I'm able to share, the love that I'm able to give, the awareness that I have. And I'd say that like that's about who you've become, what you've endured. Most proud of how you've shown up. Just my heart. Like that's really all that it is, man. It's just my heart. That's it. That's what I'm the most proud of is my heart. Yeah, it's as simple as that. Yeah. Donna, question number 9. What are you the most proud of in your life? About who you've become, what you've endured, or how you've shown up?
Yeah. Man, we've all just put each other through the trenches, you know? Like, oof. And I think that, well, what I'm most proud of is, I guess, my ability to forgive myself. And that no matter what, I pick myself up out of bed.
Yeah.
Every single day. I greet the world in a beautiful way. I pray hard. I show up in service to my community as best as I can without any expectation whatsoever. And yeah, just my ability to have people feel safe to be who they are, to feel free in the company of me. And, you know, that means the world to me. I've worked hard to be able to give that gift, the gift of presence. And I had like, man, if I could have, I could have never guessed like that. I don't know. It seems crazy, but that like my life was headed in what direction? It's like, well, what do you mean, what direction? It's like, well, I've endured what feels like the unendurable. And to just be here today, to sit here with you and share the medicine and eat good food. Like, that's what I'm proud of, man. Be sitting right here. Yeah.
It's power. It's beautiful. It's no small task, you know, like the work that took.
No.
And the work that it takes to, I love how you shared that of like the work that it takes to hold that space for someone to feel like they can be themselves around you. Like that's like who you are, you know, as a result of every single meditation you've done, every single breath workshop you've done, every single plant medicine retreat that you've done, all of the moments where it's like you wanted to give up and you wanted to fall into the shame, the pain, the guilt, the hurt, like all of it, you know, it took you facing and being with all of that to become who you are today. And it's like, holy shiznit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for being who you are. Because you now get to give that gift to the world.
Yeah.
Damn.
You can count on me.
Yeah.
I'm here
Yeah.
forever.
Incredible.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it really is, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think people, there's times at which I've experienced in my own life, like people look at me like, oh, I love your energy, you know? But it's
Mm-hmm.
like, you must have always been that way, you know? And it's like, okay. No, sweetheart. You're very far from this, you know? Like very far from this. And it's like just the acknowledgement of how much that actually took, you know, to be who you are today. To be standing here in that way. It's huge.
All right. Question number 10, interview E. What's beautiful about the man you are today that maybe no one sees, but you know is real?
I get that feeling in my heart, you know?
What feeling's that?
It's a really good feeling. It's just like how much I care.
Mm.
I think people see that. I do think people see it. Like I really care, you know? And there's still like a part of me that thinks that like, that nobody sees that, you know? That like really sees that. Like I care so much about people, about everyone, about God, learning to care more about this earth and care more about myself. But like I care so much.
Yeah, you do.
Like my life for the rest of my entirety is going to be dedicated to service.
Yeah.
Like, and I know that from a T. Like that's the only reason I believe that I am here is to be of service in whatever capacity I can, to give just selflessly and to give love and share love. And like I see that there's so much more in there, you know? That, yeah, there's just more, you know, there's more of that. I'd say that'd be that, man. For me is like, and I know that people see that, you know, I know that people see that, but it just feels like that's not like there's more, you know, like there's so much
Yeah,
more.
you ain't seen none yet.
Yes, yes.
I care so much.
Yeah.
Like, you have no idea how much I care.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Just wait. You'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me, honestly though, like, but give me 10 years. Give me 10 years. My God, it's going to be beautiful, man. The space that I'm going to be able to facilitate, the space that I'm going to be able to hold, the containers that I'm going to be creating, everything that's coming down the pipeline, man, in whatever capacity that looks like, it's going to be big, dude, like way bigger than anything I've ever done right now.
Yeah.
And that's just it. So,
I love it. I love it.
yeah. Dono, question number 10. What's beautiful about the man you are today that maybe no one sees, but you know is real? Such a funny question.
What's beautiful about the man I am today that maybe no one sees, but you know is real? Well, my life is abundant beyond belief. It truly is. And I think a lot of people can see that. A lot of people know that. But no matter what, in everything that I do the best that I can do. And I think that's what creates abundance. And there's a certain amount of focus and attention to detail that is required for that to happen. in a way that is like up to this, you know, what I see or what I view today as like the best. And yeah, it's not unlike your answer for sure. And I care very deeply, and yeah, I've worked really hard for that. But I want to read the question one more time because there was something else coming. What's beautiful about the man you are today that maybe no one sees, but you know is real? Man, I see things that I never, ever dreamed or could have possibly imagined of seeing. And this life's experience where it's guided me to where I am today with the teachers and mentors that I have in my life are showing me and teaching me how to, I mean, this is going to sound far.
Hit it, go yeah, hit it. For sure.
But how to work with spirit, you know, in an unfathomable way. But it's true and it's real because I am learning how to communicate with beings on a different plane of consciousness in a different realm, and how to be here and be a conduit for those beings to move through me in support of all that I am and all the people in my life to help, to make this world a more beautiful place to live, and to inspire that part that might be dormant in people to just believe a little bit more in what's possible. Because what I'm experiencing and continuing to deepen into, I never would have thought possible. Yeah. And the funny thing about this is that when Annie read me Harry Potter, the entire series out loud, fiction, story, imagination has changed my life. It's completely opened up my mind and opened up my heart to actually believe in magic. Magic is real.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's my answer.
Yeah. I want to add something to my answer too, man.
Do
Because it came up, dude, of like, for me, one of the things that's like beautiful about the man that I am today that maybe no one sees, but I know is real. One thing that came up for me, man, is like how hardworking I actually am. You know, like I think no one really sees like what it takes to like put out a video every single day on Instagram or TikTok or social media, or like show up in that capacity while like holding a child and being a single father and like doing those other aspects of things that like, but it's so real, man. Like I can't recall the countless number of nights, dude, that I've sacrificed over the last 7 years of just staying up late, just grinding out videos, you know, and posting and publishing videos just to be of service, just to like impact one person.
Yeah.
You
Share
know?
a message.
Yeah. Share and speak the truth. And it's like that came up for me. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, like, wow. Thank you for doing that, for being hardworking, for being disciplined in that way. And I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that about you too. It's inspiring.
Yeah, thank you. Let's create some magic.
All day.
All day, baby.
I licked the fork and a piece of rice got caught in my throat. Excuse me.
I love that. I love how people are gonna get a taste of
Yeah.
that. You know? Like they get to hear that, you know, they get to I licked the fork and I got a piece of rice. Thank you for tuning in while we're making dinner.
Yeah. Sorry.
Welcome to life.
I swear we're present.
Yeah.
Number 11. That's my number, man.
Cool.
If this chapter of your life had a title, what would it be?
Power. Yeah, power, man.
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Perfect.
Power. What about you?
He's heating up.
Yes. Yes, dude.
Yeah, that's what it would be.
Cool. That was wicked. He's eating up. It's gold.
That's funny.
I love how one word can just describe that, though. You know, like it's all that it is. It's just one word. That's all you need. Don't need anything else.
Yeah.
He's eating up. It gives you a whole understanding.
Yeah.
Of like where you're at or what the season of your life is going to be.
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
12. What do you feel called to release, shift, or change in the coming season of your life? Funny you just mentioned that.
Yeah. I think I've touched on this in earlier points, but to release is like some of the chaoticness or like the flow. To call in or change would just be the structure. I feel like that's the biggest thing that I feel called to shift in this coming season of my life. And then there's other forms. There's like, I also feel called to shift and change and move out of like people pleasing, because I still do that in little small ways. The ways that I seek validation, the ways that I seek love, the ways that I filter messages on Instagram or filter how I speak still, or I'm unwilling to talk about certain topics because it's like I'm a little bit scared to, or I'm unable to kind of like share in a specific ways. And it all reverts back to like the chapter of my life. Like it's just power, you know, it's like the things that I want to release is everything that is not aligned with that, which is all the ways that I choose to play small, all the ways that I choose to avoid, all the ways that I choose to brush down who I am just ever so slightly. You know, it's like ever so slightly I'll dim myself. I'll just dim it just a little bit. I won't say that thing because it's like, oh no, that's a little bit too much, you know, or no, just don't do it. It's okay. Don't paint yourself in that light. So I feel like there's lots around that I'd like to shift and change and release in this coming season of my life. And I look forward to doing that. Yeah, I feel like the Vision Fast again is going to be a huge part of that. Really huge part of that. So really excited to like, it's just the perfect time, man. It's just funny how that works, you know?
Yeah.
Just things come and things happen, things unfold. I never thought that I was actually going to Vision Fast. Yeah, I never thought that I was going to. I was like, I don't know.
Oh, it's for you totally. I'm so happy for you that you chose to do that.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that I get the opportunity to support you.
Yeah.
Like literally support you out there.
Yeah. Honored.
Yeah. I can't wait to see your eyes when you walk back through that threshold.
The biggest smile on my face, dude, ever. Like, I thought about that. I was like, honestly, probably the biggest smile on my face. I could only imagine of just like, Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I can already feel it. Yeah. I feel it, man. Donna, number 12. What do you feel called to release, shift, or change in the coming season of your life?
I think, yeah, I guess what I feel called to release is just some of these old habitual patterns that cause that little boy in me to like run and scream, and not feel welcome. And I'm gonna, and I guess broadening this question out a little bit. And I know I touched on this with you a little bit, but like there's been a big release that just happened in my life, and it, I guess, is happening in my life by transitioning from a home that I've had these last 8 years or 9 years of my life, and building a new home and building a new community. So just allowing that release and that shift to take place, and the processing of that. I'm going to change the way that I allow that process to unfold. Just a little bit softer, a little bit sweeter, a little bit more gentle. And to really pay attention to like that, instead of being this like, this rigid, I'm gonna do this. It's just like, I know what that gets me. And so to allow myself, like truly allow myself to take a bit of a break, to rest, and to watch the blossom continue to unfurl and slowly begin to bear fruit. And so less forcefulness, and more sweet embrace of this new, more authentic person of me, and what that creation that wants to come through me, what that looks like, this learning how to live in the way of beauty or live artfully. I'm excited. I'm excited to see the adventures that I go on, that we go on, and to see where it takes me. So just a little bit more belief in myself.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's cool. You can like address that, like you're in a season that's changing.
Yeah.
Like you just experienced that, and it's like you're just letting go of that and releasing that. And it's like, I thought that was just really beautiful. It's like you're experiencing that,
It's
like,
happening.
Yeah, it's happening as we speak, and just like being soft with that, being gentle with that, really being there for that. I really just love that aspect of it. It's like, oh, cool. Yeah, there you are in that season, letting it already shift, Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, opening myself up to that sunshine, baby.
Yeah.
I love summer.
Yeah.
Love summer.
Yeah.
And so let's see what the season of the light.
Yeah.
Let's see what that brings.
Yeah, what it brings you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah. 13. Sorry. What are you craving but afraid to admit?
What are you craving but afraid to admit?
Or that feels uncomfortable to admit.
What am I craving that feels uncomfortable to admit? Like in life, I would say that probably just like there's a part of me that's like is craving like intimacy and depth and like a relationship in that capacity. Like there's a part of me that yearns for that. And it is a little bit like, it's like I yearn for that and I want that. And I don't know if it's necessarily what I'm afraid to admit or uncomfortable. Well, sort of like I want it, but I also don't, you know, like, and that feels so true for me. Is like, I want that. But I know that I don't, you know? So it's like there's no, just took a long pause to repeat what I already said. Eh? There's no way around that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's your answer.
And I don't know why, like, that's like uncomfortable in some ways, you know? Of just like, probably because it's like, it's deep down, it's what I've wanted for a lot of my life. You know, like I longed for that. I craved for that.
Yeah, and now you actually don't. And you're like, huh, weird.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of like, your ego is probably like, well, why not?
Yeah.
Then that's where, I mean, that's where the fear is coming from.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I feel like that's true, man. It's like they've done exactly that. It's like, well, I feel really, really good.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, oh, okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? What are you craving, but afraid to admit?
Two things.
Cool. Let's go.
A ciggy.
A city?
No, a ciggy.
Oh, a cigarette! Yeah, I thought you said the city. I was like, crazy, dude. A ciggy. Nice. Craving a cigarette. Let's go. Fuck yeah, this moment, man. Craving to sleep, for sure.
Oh.
Cool.
And
a cigarette. You're craving a cigarette this moment. Nice.
And yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything else that I'm craving and afraid to admit. Just because I've held so much shame around you know, my abuse of nicotine.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that I'm probably, you know, would be most afraid to admit, is just like my powerlessness at times with that. And a home, like physically, a home, and yeah, I guess at times definitely a partner to build that home with and create a life with. Yeah. All right, wrapping this thing up.
Yeah, we got 2 questions left.
2?
Yeah, 14, 15.
Oh, there's 15.
Yeah, we got.
What kind of man are you becoming, or what does he need from you right now?
Oh boy. Like a weapon. You know what Shaq would say? Yeah. Just like the most beautiful. It's hard to say, man. Like, what kind of man am I becoming?
It's hard to put words to.
Oh yeah, it's really hard to put words to, man. But just like the man that you meet and you instantly feel like you're at home. That's the man that I'm becoming. It's like, and that goes for anybody, whether you're an addict, whether it's somebody on the street, whether it's $1 million person, whether it's a multi-million-dollar person, whether it's a billionaire, it's like no matter what, you see me, you tune into me, and you feel like you've arrived at a place in yourself that you haven't felt in forever, but you know and feel like it's your home.
Mm.
That you've been missing it your whole life. It's that spirit, man. It's
Yeah.
like, that's the kind of man I'm becoming, the one that stands in truth, the one that stands in love, and the one that just radiates that so much that it's the fucking lighthouse, man, for so many people in the world, dude. And what does that man need from me right now? Oh, dude, that man needs some courage from me right now. He needs some courage. Yeah, he needs some bravery, some courage, and some structure. Which the structure is the courage to take that leap, man, the courage to hold myself in that way. That's where the courage comes from, is because I love the flow and I love that way of being, and that way's normal, it's comfortable, it's what I've lived for quite some time, and it's courage to change that. It's courage to change. So that's what he needs from me right now, man. It's just a little bit of courage, a little bit of yo-y. Buckle up, bro. Pull up your pants. You got this, man. You can do this. You're it. Go. You'll be okay.
Yeah. Just so you know, I see you as that already.
Jay! Cool. Sweet. Thank you. Yeah. Appreciate that. Yeah. Dono, I'm 14. What kind of man are you becoming? And what does he need from you right now? Yeah, I want to change the world, man.
Yeah, the one you want in your life, man.
The one you want?
The one you want in your life.
The one you want in your life?
That's the man I'm becoming.
Yeah.
Irresistible. Like the person that you can count on.
Yeah.
Like no matter what. That's me. It's like, what do you need? I got you.
Yeah.
I'm prepared all the time for anything. What does he need from me right now? Just some appreciation. Yeah, just some appreciation. Feels good.
Nice. Yeah, I'm happy for you. Yeah, just so you know, you already are there. You know, like, and a lot of people.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
The grand finale, number 15.
All right. If you could go back in time and have a dialogue with your younger self, what do you think he would ask you? And what would you want to tell him?
I think that he would ask me if it's going to be okay. Yeah. Because for so long, he felt like he wasn't okay. And he just never thought that it was going to be okay. He never thought that the pain and the suffering that he was experiencing at those times, man, it's bringing me back to like, and I had this in Aya last time I sat with Luna and Elder in ceremony of like, I got to go back and visit the me that would cry for hours underneath the blanket in my bed, maybe 9, 10 years old, crying for hours, man, while my parents are fighting, arguing, or my mom's just half caught or just wasted. And they're just yelling at each other, but I'd just be crying, and I got to like go and just hold his face and be like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. you're gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And just like to hold me in that way was just the most beautiful thing ever. And so I still feel like he would ask that, and he constantly does ask that of like, it's gonna be okay. And I would just be like, buddy, it's gonna be better than you could ever imagine. It's gonna be the most beautiful life, the most beautiful gift. Every day is gonna feel like a gift. Every day is gonna be 1,000,000 times better than what you ever could imagine. Just keep going. It's gonna get better. That's probably just what I tell him too, is like, just keep going, man. It's okay. It sucks. It hurts. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get way worse, dude. It's gonna get way worse.
No, it isn't.
Well, for that kid, in the sense, like that kid, oh yeah, like if I'm to speak like in the moments of like, if I was to go back when he's 10 years old, it's gonna get way worse. Like in that kid's life, it's gonna get way worse than what I was already experiencing. Of like, I'm gonna go and attempt to kill myself at 17. I'm gonna go on to like it's just gonna get like, that's gonna get way worse, It's gonna get worse. But then it's gonna flip and it's gonna become the best thing that you've ever had, So like,
okay, good.
Because I can't tell him that it's gonna get better, but it's just gonna crumble for the next 20 some years. Well, not 20, but the next like 10 years of his life. He's gonna look back at me. He's gonna be like, dude, you said it was gonna get better.
Yeah, you lied.
You lied to me, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's gonna get worse before it gets better, but it's gonna be amazing when it gets better. And just trust in that process and trust in that unfoldment, and do your best to be okay with that. Yeah, that's like, it's hard, man, because like, that's what I tell him.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Don't know. If you go back in time and have a dialogue with your younger self, what do you think he would ask you, and what would you want to tell him?
Well, I think first, what would you want to tell him is you don't have to be afraid of nothing, man. I'd tell him that for sure. And I'd tell him that he's just the most precious little boy in the world. What do you think he'd ask me? Well, recently, very recently, only a few days ago, I've been having some really good meditations lately. And there's this like, right in the center of my chest, when I drop in, there's like this never-ending council going on around a fire. And my guides are there. The brave, courageous warrior one, he's there. There's my little boys in there too. And he's all geared up, man. He's got, last time I was in there, he was sharpening up some arrows. Yeah. For his little bow and arrow. And he's getting ready to go on an adventure, and he had a loincloth on. What he asked me, he's like, are you ready yet? When we going? When we going on that next adventure? This is it. Yeah. That's what I told him. This is it. Beautiful. So every night or every morning, whatever it is, we're going to meet here. And we're going to continue to discuss the path forward. What's best in this circle right here. Around the fire.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Nice, brother.
Cool.
Well, thank you so much for creating this, man.
Yeah. There's a bonus question.
Oh, yeah.
If you're reading it. But I think it'd be good for everyone too tuning in Just like, how can you show yourself some love in this moment right now?
Yeah, I think that's a good question.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For me, I think it's just a deep breath. Just like let my body relax and really just drop it just here. Really just like, yeah.
I think for me, it's just to acknowledge this beautiful life. Like all around me. Like, yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's an honor. It's a pleasure.
Always.
It's cool to go into the interview, man.
Yeah.
To get a look at your interview.
Yeah.
To get the interview on Donna.
What's going on?
What's going on? That's so good, dude. For everyone who's tuning in, everyone who's watching, I'd love to hear how you can show yourself some love in this moment right now. If you want to share that with us in whatever means or whatever way you can, whether it's reaching out to us on Instagram, whether it's through YouTube. And if there's no possible way for you to do that, just make sure that you show some love to yourself and you don't skip that step. You know, that step that's where it all begins. It doesn't begin, oh, I'll show myself some love tomorrow or in an hour or in 45 minutes or, oh, when I do this thing or when I finish work. It's like, no, show yourself some love right now.
Yeah. And whenever you can remember.
Yeah.
From that point forward.
Yeah.
From this point forward.
Yeah. Because that's a relationship. Yeah. It's a relationship. And we have a chance and opportunity at every moment to show us some love.
Yeah. And it's over and over and over and over and over and over again every single day.
Yeah. Yeah, brother.
Awesome.
Is there anything else you want to share?
No, just thanks for being here and love you lots.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being on this journey with us. And thank you for being willing to not only take this journey with us, but like take this journey into yourself, you know, because that's really what that is. It's like through this podcast, I think part of like what we're trying to do is really encourage that, foster that, and create a community in a place where you feel safe and comfortable diving into those parts of yourself or looking at parts of yourself that maybe you haven't looked at, or even just to acknowledge how beautiful you actually are and to come back into remembrance of who you are. So just thank you for doing that work, and thank you for tuning in, and may you share your love and light with everyone in your world. Yeah, we love you. Until we meet again.
Peace.